$1,000 before they go on vacation was a win. When companies were giving $1,000 bonuses to workers after the Trump tax cuts, Nancy called that crumbs. So what's $600, Nancy? But it's even more devious than that. Politicians took your tax dollars while we're suffering during a pandemic and sent tens of billions of dollars to a third world slush fund. $10 million to Pakistan for gender studies, $700 million to Sudan for God knows what, $506 million to Central America to fight corruption, probably just goes straight into the police chief's bank account. $300 million to Caribbean countries to study how many fish are in the sea. $500 million to build a border wall between Jordan and Syria. Didn't the Democrats tell us walls don't work? $86 million to Cambodia. How about we send that to the Carolinas instead, okay? $1.3 billion to Egypt, who's just going to use it to buy weapons from Russia. The politicians are stealing our money and sending it to other countries. This doesn't make us safer. It's just credit card therapy for insecure, guilty congressmen. It's our money. It should go to America first after the year we've had. Rand Paul tracked the waste this year and found stuff that's going to drive you crazy. $54 billion in waste. Here's some highlights. $1.3 million to study if Americans will eat bugs. No, I just saved you 1.3. $2 million to study if going in a hot tub reduces stress. The answer is yes. $1 million to get people to get over their fear of going to the dentist. $150,000 on Kenyan art classes. $37 million to get Filipino students to stop playing hooky. $3 million to send Russians to American community colleges. That's smart. $1.5 million to walk lizards on a treadmill. First it was shrimp, now it's lizards. And $715 million for equipment that was lost training Syrian rebels. $6 million to build a place to park your bike in D.C. $4.5 million to spray alcoholic rats with bobcat urine. Now, it's kind of funny, but it's gallows humor. Americans are struggling, dying, and Congress is picking our pockets. There's hundreds of examples like this. Nobody cares. This is so damn disrespectful. It's debasing the dollar, too. $1 million here, $1 billion there, while our countrymen scrape by because politicians won't let them work. They close our restaurants and then sneak out for a 5-course meal when they think no one's watching. Our country careens from crisis to crisis. Debt ceiling, fiscal cliff, Great Recession, pandemic, government shutdowns. And they just play chicken with each other and horse trade with our money. And at the very last second, in the dark of night, jam through $1 trillion in pork that gets laundered through bureaucrats and donors and corrupt foreign nationals before hardworking taxpayers see a real dime. And nobody reads the bill. It's 5,000 pages, rushed through, written by lobbyists and special interests. But it's a crisis, so we have to pass it as fast as possible. It's a criminally corrupt practice. It happens every year. The politicians pass it, pat themselves on the back, and then they go home and ask for your vote again. And guess what? You vote for them again. We must deserve it. You get the government you deserve. We elect these people and rarely demand change. And when they sabotage a president who actually changed things, we don't rebel, we don't march, we don't resist. We watch it on TV. Our form of protest is just changing the channel. DC just mocks us and kicks us when we're down. We used to storm the castle over abuses of power like this. Now we just raid the fridge. So in 2021, let's relight that great American spirit. Let's stand up to this den of thieves, because they'll just keep robbing us blind until we actually do something about it.